Hey everyone, welcome back to Colourful Indian. Today we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial using the palette by Simply Posh Cosmetics. This is a 12-pan palette of just duochromes. The colors that are in here are stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and today I combined that with my Be Perfect palette so that I could kind of make, those tones deeper and darker. Before we jump into the tutorial, if you're new here, I just want to say welcome to my channel. Remember to drop a comment so that I know that you're here, and to subscribe so that you get more of my videos. And if you've been here for some time, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch another one of my videos. I really appreciate it. If you like this video, remember to share it with your friends and family. So let's jump into that tutorial. I used my P. Louise base and then went in with a blending sponge to make sure that there were no wrinkles before I started applying my eyeshadow. To begin with, I did an outline of the shape that I wanted to create using a shade from my Be Perfect palette, and both of my palettes have a black shade, so any black eyeshadow will do. Take a small brush and then use that to create the shape that you're going to fill in. Go over as many times as necessary. I only did a rough sketch because I knew that I would be re-establishing that shape later on. Then I took my first shade from the Be Perfect palette and I applied that to the inner corners of my eyes. Once this was done, I went in with the next shade from another Be Perfect palette and I began to just blend those two colors in using a fluffy brush. Using the same medium-sized brush, I took the next shade, Sundown, and I just blended that in with the shade. And I continued to do this, going darker with each shade that I applied to give a nice transitioning effect. After adding the deep to my eyes, it looked like I'd added purple, but I actually had not. And the last shade that I applied was Forest. Then I went in with my very first shade from the Autumn Leaves palette, which was Harvest. I wanted to start with the lightest color, transitioning into Apple Cider, which is this gorgeous orange that you can see. I just love this color. It's like butter. And then I went in with Maple, another one of my absolutely favorite shades. Again, another stunning color that just blends seamlessly. And I used a flat brush to pick up all of these shades. I also went in with Plum after that to go over the purple shade that had emerged after I blended out the other shadows. And then after Plum had settled, I went in with Breeze. All of this was using a flat brush to pick up the shimmers, and it was really easy to do this. And then I went in with Pine, which is that gorgeous deep green that reminds me of the forest, blending that in with Breeze. It was so beautiful. And just to give my eyes a little bit more of a highlight, I added Amber right at the end. However, I did add an outline over this so it's not very obvious towards the end. After I had applied all of these shimmers, I went over again with my black eyeshadow. And I ensured that I would go over this with another eyeliner just to make this as bold as possible. And this is the final look. I used my camera light to just show how the glitters look. So this is the final look, and basically all I did was add additional eyeliner in my waterline, and I added one additional shade underneath to kind of just make the eyes a little bit more sparkly. Let me know if you could actually see the shift in the duochromes on my eyes. I did use 7 shades from this palette, and the reason was I just wanted to highlight as much as I possibly could from here. There is a bit of fallout when using the Autumn Leaves palette, so what I would suggest is to do the eyes first and then to do your foundation later. This way you can clean up whatever mess falls out from your eyes and it just looks less messy. So the thing with shimmers is that can sometimes happen, and that's basically what I did. After I finished doing the eyeshadow for my eyes, I took one of these, which is a makeup cleansing wipe, and I just cleaned my entire face, and then I went in to do my foundation, my color correction, and my setting powder, and the last thing I did really was my lipstick. So when you do this, you actually can clean up some of that fallout mess. So that's the only thing about the Autumn Leaves palette that, you know, can happen that's bad. I have no regrets buying this. I can see myself using this palette a lot because I really love shimmers. If you're the kind of person who likes mattes, then obviously this is not for you. However, you can use this in conjunction with other palettes, which is pretty much what I did today, and as you can see, this is how it came out. So yeah, don't give up on this brand just yet. I still think that this is a really good deal. I will see you for the next tutorial very soon, and thank you for watching once again. Bye.